Welcome to the Brad and Taylor Show. Today we have Dave Hall. Hey Dave, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're doing good. We're doing good. You're our second David Hall on here.
Oh, excellent. There's lots of us. I'm actually David Hall the third, and I have a son who's the fourth. So lots of Dave Halls running around out there.
Yeah, awesome. I like it. I like it. Well, tell us a little bit about what you and what do you actually do?
So I am a realtor with ERA Johnson Real Estate. We are the oldest brokerage in the state of Pennsylvania. We've been around for since 1912. So
Wow.
a very long time, as you can imagine, 110 years. It's a fourth generation family brokerage, small brokerage. We have about 10 agents, and I've been selling real estate now since 2010. So about 10, 11 years myself. So.
Oh, that's awesome. What'd you do before real estate?
So I kind of came from corporate America. I have a degree in marketing from Lycoming College. It's in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I don't think I mentioned, but we do service the Mercer County area here in Pennsylvania. So pretty much, if you're looking at a map, we are smack right in the middle between Erie and Pittsburgh.
Nice.
Okay.
Um,
Nice.
That's awesome. So before you, like when you were growing up, did you like plan on being an agent? Because you talked about doing marketing. How'd that all go?
Yeah, so I've kind of always had that entrepreneur mindset. Even like in elementary school, I would trace pictures and sell them to fellow classmates. And not to take you back to the 90s here, but if you remember Pogs,
Oh, yeah.
I used to sell the metal stompers for Pogs too. So I've always had that like entrepreneur mindset, even as a kid. So went to college, got a degree in marketing, and worked in corporate America after college. Learned so many valuable lessons for sales. I worked for a Fortune 500 company and doing all different aspects of sales, telesales, business-to-business sales, residential sales. And it's just kind of made me very well-rounded. And I just kind of wanted to continue to grow into entrepreneurship, but do it, where what I was putting in, I was getting back out and really impacting
Right.
people's lives. And that's kind of what took me to real estate. I got married in 2009, and it just so happens my wife's family owns ERA Johnson Real Estate. So it was a very easy and smooth transition. I continued to work for that Fortune 500 company and sell real estate in the beginning, which was good because as many realtors know, it's straight commission. We've all seen the statistics. It's not easy when you just dive in. But I learned very quickly that if you really want to be successful in real estate, you really have to be all in and fully committed. And
Yeah.
after a couple of years of doing it part time, I went full time. And honestly, I wish I would have done it sooner.
Yeah, for sure. How'd you make that? Like, when did you decide you're like, I'm gonna be an agent? Like, when was that point? Because you were doing your marketing and stuff then.
Yeah, what was the turning point for you?
Really, I would say it got to a point with corporate America where I had to start relocating if I wanted to progress my career with that company. And I love the Pittsburgh area. I love Western PA. It's my family's here, so I started to look at ways that I could build my own business. And really, it was right in front of me the entire time. Like I said, I was married in 2009. And that's really when this kind of kicked off. In 2009, 2010, I was trying to think maybe go into insurance sales. And just looking at it, real estate was a perfect fit.
So I know you mentioned it was a fourth generation brokerage that you're with currently. I bet there's a lot of advice that you've received. I mean, over, you said 110 years, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I actually work with my father-in-law, my brother-in-law, and my mother-in-law. We all work together for ERA Johnson. But my father-in-law and brother-in-law were huge mentors when I got my license. I mean, literally have learned so much valuable experience and just real estate knowledge through the years. And we continue that team atmosphere at our brokerage where we all collaborate and we all work together. And if we have scenarios that come up, we all, pick each other's brains and just learn from each other. It's a great culture that we have at our office.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know a lot of people who don't have that support really need it when they get first started out. So I'm glad that you have that. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
What is the worst property that you have been to, or the worst
The
showing?
worst property. Wow. So there's been some unique ones. I mean, I do just about everything. I've sold condos to 113-acre farm or 113-acre farms, to just dilapidated homes. So probably just some dilapidated homes that have just been completely neglected, where you have maybe 4 or 5 feet of water in the basement and just raccoons and critters running around in the attic. So I've pretty much seen it all.
Raccoons in the attic?
Oh, yeah. We've definitely had that before.
What kind of goals do you have that you want to accomplish for the rest of this year and going forward into the next year?
Yeah, so this year, the goals are really continuing just to knock it out of the park on sales. I set a goal of 10 million for this year. Last year, reached about 7 million in sales for the year, and trying to get 10 million on a personal level this year. Working towards getting my broker license as well.
Oh, awesome.
Definitely on the horizon. And growing our team. Like I said, we do have a team of about 10 agents total in our office. And, we want to continue to grow that team and continue to find people that have the same culture and values that we have at our office, and bring them in and hit the ground running.
Do you guys know how many team members you want to bring on? How big do you want the team to grow? Because I know you said it was a smaller brokerage.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's definitely looking for the right individuals, and what we found in real estate, you look at the numbers, it's not for everybody. Obviously, it's a tough business. You really have to be a go-getter and really hit the ground running. So I'd love to bring on 3 to 5 agents this year. That would be excellent. I do assist a little bit with our office with training and recruiting and things like that as well. So, I mean, three agents would be a solid bump for us. And we definitely have the business to go around this year, as many offices do. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I know I kind of want to backtrack with this next question I'm going to ask you. Take us to the first listing you had. How did that go for you? I know you said you had some mentors, so I'm sure you had backup and you had all the help you needed. But how did that first one go for you?
Probably not so good. I'm trying to think back to which exact house that was. I have one in mind, and it was an absolute train wreck, to be quite honest. The paperwork, the just getting the conversations with the seller on going through the paperwork. There was just a million questions. I'm sure if you asked my father-in-law, he probably remembers that one too, because I probably called him probably 50 times with a million different questions. So.
That's awesome. So so as you talked about, you did marketing before this. What's your favorite way to market right now?
Video. Video is so powerful right now. I made an investment and got a DJI gimbal. It's been incredible. I do a lot of virtual tours. I think when COVID hit, that was such a big thing, is getting people into houses without physically being in houses. So right. I do a lot of gimbal tours. I put some really good music to it, and just to give people an idea of the flow of the house and what it's going to feel like when they, walk through that door.
Since things have kind of opened back up in this last couple months, mainly with the videos, are you still doing those, or are you trying to go more in person now for the walkthroughs?
Definitely still doing the videos. I mean, I try in this market to really capitalize. Listing agents right now are the ones capitalizing. With this shortage in inventory, you've got to get out there and get the listing. So any listing we're doing, we are obviously working with you guys and some high-end photography to take them to the next level. And also doing the video tours just to, even before the people can schedule that appointment, to give them that little taste of what it's going to be like. Yeah.
Were you super nervous when you first started doing videos? I know I was here in the office when I first started doing them.
It was such a comfort thing, Like I would go to real estate conventions, and they harped on this years ago that video's the future. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. So, they would make you, and even in some trainings I would do, just press that Facebook Live video and put it right on your face and just go at it, And that's really what it is. You just have to kind of trial and error, put yourself out there, And it's okay. If you say something wrong, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can always move on to something else.
Did you start with Facebook Lives?
Yeah, I mean, I think Facebook Live was a big one. It's one we still use today too. Facebook is such a big platform. I mean, so many people have the app, so many people have it and are constantly looking at it all day. But I think Facebook Live was definitely the one we probably used out of the gates and have continued to use the most.
Yeah, that says a lot because that one, I mean, it's live and everyone can
That's
see
true.
it. So that's a big one to start with.
You can't edit those ones. That's correct.
You don't have to worry about editing. It's all done.
Yeah.
It's just done.
Yep.
On to the next step.
Exactly.
Which
awesome.
makes it super simple at the same time.
So if you had to start all over today, how would you spend your first $1,000?
Ooh, first $1,000. That's a good question. If I start over with $1,000 today, I would probably just put it in a savings account, try to get some listings, sell some listings, and continue to funnel that money into that savings account. Another thing I do is rental properties. I have a passion in buying properties, flipping them, and taking them to the next level and providing ownership and those values to people who maybe can't buy right now. We'll get them in a house, and then we'll work on a plan to get them to be able to buy a house. So I also have a passion for that too. So taking that $1,000 and trying to find a way to make it, make more money for me down the road would probably be the best answer for that one.
How long have you been doing the rental situation, like the rent to own? Is that what you guys do?
Not so much rent to own. It's
Okay.
just we manage several properties too. So we're pretty unique where we have a lot of different. I also own a storage facility. We found that kind of goes hand in hand with real estate. So many people, and especially with working with photographers like you guys, we go into a house that needs to be decluttered.
Mm-hmm.
We have a solution.
Yep.
We have the ability to tell, hey, people, we can, you can store your stuff in our storage facility, lighten the load of your house. The photos are going to look so much better. And it's really worked out.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I didn't even think about matching those up together.
Yeah, that goes perfectly together.
Absolutely.
Did you first start off with the rental spaces and real estate, or how did that kind of work out? Which one did you do first? Did you start out as an agent and then you started doing the rentals and then the storage? What was your order of those?
So the order of everything kind of went real estate, and then dabbling in rental properties.
Okay.
They're really just trying to find bargains, houses that you can buy and get a nice return and get your money back in 5 years. After, I would say it definitely went real estate into the rental properties and then into the storage.
Okay, nice. What's the best book that you've ever read?
Sorry, guys, I had to grab a drink. I'm getting losing my voice here or something.
It's
a little
all
too
good.
much weekend, I think. I don't know, guys. Hold on one sec. All right, better. I'm sorry. What was that question again?
What is the best book that you've ever read?
Oh, best book I've ever read. I am a sports junkie. I played college football, which is kind of where I get my competitive spirit. So I'm probably going to go with The Chief. It's a book about Art Rooney and the Pittsburgh Steelers, but definitely a lot of leadership qualities in there, and just how he built a amazing organization that till this day continues to believe in the same standards and the foundation that he built years ago.
That's awesome. I like it. How can people get a hold of you?
So I am Close with Dave. That is my tagline, Close with Dave. So you can go to closewithdave.com. You can find me on Facebook at Close with Dave, Instagram. So Close with Dave.
Awesome. Hey, I like it. Thanks for coming on and sharing your story with us today.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Are these working? There we go.
Oh, there we go. I think they're working. Should we tell them?
Mine keeps falling. It doesn't like my voice.
What do we got to tell them?
Subscribe.
Subscribe. What do we got to point at? Hey, I think there's a subscription button. Like
It might be there.
might be right there too.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
It's red.
Yeah. And it's
Red.
blue. It's green. I don't really know.
It's a color.
This mic isn't even attached. Did you plug these in? Well, I guess.
I wonder if they can hear us.
Yeah. I wonder if they hear us. Well, we should probably tell them If they can hear us, we should probably tell them also give us a 5-star review if they're listening on Apple. That'd be cool.
5 stars, guys.
Share it with everybody they can think of.
We won't take 4 stars.
I mean, Taylor, I don't even think these are on. I mean,
I don't think this is working.
This is not working.
Yeah.